Coming up today on Channel 97 News.
We see how the wrestling team season is going.
See the changes in speech and debate.
And learn about a new club.
And it all starts now. Hello, Oakville, and welcome to this edition of Eyes on the Tigers Channel 97 News. I'm Katie Schrader.
And I'm Tammy Dew.
National Honor Society is hosting their annual Dollar Delay this week. Bring in cash donations to delay your classes on February 9th and 10th.
Each dollar donated adds a minute of free time for your class with a limit of 20 minutes per class. All proceeds will be donated to St. Louis Children's Hospital.
Oakville's Got Talent will take place at Nodelman Auditorium on February 10th at 7 p.m. The admissions fee is $5. In our first story, we take a look at how the wrestling team's season is going so far.
Madeline, Trevor, and Justin tell us more.
Oakville's 2022 to 2023 wrestling season went well.
It feels very good. I think the guys have been working very hard these past couple of years to get to where we are now. It took a lot of sacrifice. It's very rewarding to see those hard work pay off.
We did have a lot more people join the team this year, so we've had an increase in membership, so I guess that is a big difference. We've had to try to figure out how to fit 60 people in our tiny wrestling room.
One of the new members is Gokhan, a freshman varsity starter from Russia.
Compared to Russia, things are more difficult here, but slowly he's learning and adapting. With wrestling, he's made a lot of friends, and they've been help, and then visiting different schools, visiting different places here, it's helped a lot, and the coaches also help.
We've had several do really well. We've had Alishan Akhmedov at 144, Tyler Updike at 150, of course Ethan Venable at 215, our returning state finalist. Our heavyweight Ahmad Sufi has been making waves as well, and then newcomer Gokhan Yerdanidze has been making waves as well.
This season, obviously, trained a little bit more in the off season than I did last season, so I think that's been paying off a lot. The mindset changes every year as you get older for guys. You become more hungry to get wins.
Guys are doing great, so hopefully we keep it going, and it's been a good season.
Congrats on a good season and good luck to the wrestling team at Districts. With Sangul Kadimova translating and Trevor Nitch and Justin Roush behind the camera, I'm Madeline Winter with Channel 97 News.
They've really been throwing it down. Now let's take a look at a new shop in our community.
Nathan, Maddie, and Jana show us why we should shop at Uptown Cheapskates.
Recently opened on Telegraph is a new resale store called Uptown Cheapskate. Let's take a look at how they get their clothes.
Yeah, so we have vendors come in on a daily basis, people just like you guys that bring their stuff in. We sort through them, checking for style and condition. Any items we are able to take, we pay out our vendors for those items. We pay cash on the spot, same day, or we always offer 25% more if you choose the store credit option.
So we price our items a third of what they retail for, and then the vendors will get paid out a third of what we price it at.
They also tell us why people should shop here.
It's affordable. You can find trendy current styles for a fraction of the retail price. You can find some of the same things you'd find at the mall here, and it's going to be a lot less. It's also helping the environment because you're not contributing to the new clothing being made. You're purchasing secondhand, so that damage has already been done, and you're kind of giving that piece of clothing a second life.
I think it's very trendy and it's very convenient, and we have lots of different styles and brands, and you can go to one store for all the stores in the mall that you could go, and you can get tons of things for the price of one item.
Some customers told us why they like the store.
Well, it's new, it's nice. You can get name brands, reasonably priced.
I decided to come here today because I've never been here before, and I was in the area just wanting to clean out some clothes in my closet, and decided just to come here, see what it's all about.
For good clothes and prices, check out Uptown Cheapskate's handle at Uptown St. Louis South on all socials. With Jana Eckard and Nathan Baker behind the camera, I'm Maddie Chapias for Channel 97 News.
I'll definitely be talking to my friends about what a great shop that is.
Now, let's hear about the speech and debate team.
Addie and Madeline show us new changes within the group.
You may have heard about the public speaking and debate courses offered at OHS, but there's also a group of students who participate in the Speech and Debate Club, competing on the weekends and in many different categories.
So speech has two different kinds of events. There are some scripted events, and then there are also some events where they get to create their own speeches. So they have multiple opportunities to work on their composition and also their delivery. So there are two different kinds.
And all of these are MISHA sanctioned, like just like sports, this is all through MISHA. So you can be a state champion in any of these. So there's 3 kinds of debate. There's 2 team debates, policy, which is like an hour-and-a-half long debate with one topic all year. There's public forum, which is a two-person versus two-person, which is a topic that changes every month. And then Lincoln Douglas is our 1 versus 1 debate.
Well, speech and debate to me is really just like, it's like a really fun activity where you can, debate on certain topics, talk about certain topics, which is the debate side of it. Or for speech, you can practice your public speaking skills with different type of events that can be more dramatic, that can be more funny, they can make people laugh, or it can just be more about news and today, or just, certain topics that like politics and stuff like that.
Speech and debate is a competition. It has 2 parts to it. It's got the speech part, which is kind of like acting, and the debate part, which is what people think of when they hear the word speech and debate.
If you're interested yet unsure, those involved encourage you to just try it out.
Anyone can do it. Anyone can do speech and debate. And I would definitely look to kids that don't really have an extracurricular. If they're kind of looking for a spot, anyone can compete in speech and debate, especially anyone that's going into law or communications, any sort of public sphere like that. Anyone that needs to hone their communication skills, I would say anyone.
Don't be afraid to try it out. When you think of speaking or debating, you're, get in front of people, nervous, stuff like that, but really it's not like that.
Speech and debate isn't just what you think of. It's not the debates that you see on TV. They're not the political debates where you're just shouting and you have nothing prepared. Everything is very pre-planned, and if it's not pre-planned, it's still very respectful.
If you want to join or have more questions, speak to Ms. Williams or future sponsor, Ms. Petroff. With Madeline Winter behind the camera, I'm Addie McGuire with Channel 97 News.
The new changes are definitely worth it.
For our final story, we take a look at a new club at OHS.
Mason and Sawyer tell us more about youth and government.
Do you know what a Yagster is? A Yagster is a member of Miss Beck and Mr. Schindelberger's brand new club, Youth and Government. In early December, the Yagsters took a trip down to our capital to see how the Missouri government works in action.
I joined the club at first because I'm super interested in law and government. We stayed at a really cool hotel, and it was really nice to be around all different types of schools.
We went to Jefferson City to simulate the legislative process. Students wrote bills beforehand. The first day we had committees where they discussed and debated bills, and then the last 2 days of the trip were discussing the bills in an entire legislative body and just basically seeing if they could get them to pass.
I definitely learned more about, how professional court and legal stuff is, but also how you can have respectful conversations and discussions while also getting your point across.
During the trip, there was an election night where the Yagsters got a chance to vote for members of who they wanted to run the events next year. After all this, the students created strong bonds with each other.
What I find the most memorable about the trip was how close the people who went on it got to each other. I thought that was kind of fun because I wouldn't say that everyone was super tight beforehand, but became pretty close.
A group of us, we hung out during the whole trip, and I feel like we really became friends outside of the Youth and Government Convention. We got to walk to places to eat, and with that, we all built connections.
Really pleasantly surprised. It was really fun, and we were able to research our stuff. I would say our favorite event was the party after. There was, dancing, music.
My favorite thing is watching Sawyer and Travis really succeed in this environment that was new to us and to them, and how excited they are to go back next year.
If you are interested in joining this club, attend the meetings next year and find more information from Mr. Schindelberger and Ms. Beck. With Sawyer Best behind the camera, I'm Mason Bader with Channel 97 News.
Well, that wraps up today's show. If you'd like to see more of our content, check out myohsonline.com. We post new stories all the time.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Tammy Dew.
And I'm Katie Schrader. And remember, Oakville, keep your eyes on the Tigers.
Whoa.
Wait, don't turn your head like that.
Look at you like,
Wow.
How do I not laugh
Just
at
like,
that?
definitely be talking to my friends about what a great shop that is.
Sorry. Sorry.